I know there's a kid out there who's got a drum going, you know. I mean, that's one thing you could hear. And the other thing you could hear is boom, 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 You'll never have this opportunity again. Never, never, never will you. Yes. How do I keep my voice healthy? I don't really know. You know, I don't sing very loud. That's one thing. My technique is very soft. I don't push anything out. It doesn't always work the way I want it to. No, there are nights when my voice feels like mercury, and I can do whatever I want. It goes where I want it to go. And then there are nights where I feel like my mouth is full of sand, gravel, and mud. And what do? You know, you sing with the voice you've got. It's true. It's true. If you've got 10 notes that you can sing one night, you use those 10 to the best of your ability. If you've got 4 octaves, you sing with your 4. If you've got 2, you sing with 2. I've learned how to sing through all kinds of vocal weather conditions. You know, there are cloudy days, there are sunny days in your voice, there are days where it's raining in your voice, there's days when it's a thunderstorm going on. And you know, you just have to learn how to give your voice the appropriate shelter to sing in, and then you sing through that. You know, but every night doesn't work. I mean, I have nights that just, you know, I walk off stage and I don't feel good about the performance, but guess what? I sing for 90 minutes, but I have 22 and a half other hours that have been my day. You know, this is 90 minutes out of my day. So I leave the stage and I leave my performance. I just leave it. Then there are nights where you sing so well that you're so hyped up and you can't sleep because God has given you some tremendous ideas and you didn't even know you could do what you're doing. You go, my goodness, what is this? And then you lie in bed and you think and you think and you think and you ponder what you've done and you can't believe it's you singing. And in most cases, it's not you singing. It's you're being sung through. That's the way I like to look at it. You know? Yes, another question? Yes. I listened to No Singers for 2 years, yes. How did I manage that? Well, on purpose, when I would buy an album, I would not buy, an album featuring a singer. I mean, it was difficult not to hear any singing because I listened to the radio and I would hear, blah, blah, blah. But when it came to jazz singers, I stayed away from listening to jazz singers and purposefully stayed away from listening to as best as I could. I mean, it's nearly impossible to, but we're talking about on purpose here. I said to myself, no singers. And I didn't say no singers for 2 years. I said no singers until I know who I am. When I know who I am, then I can listen to others. Yes.
So on a good day, how far are you kind of stack?
On a good day, what's my what? 4 octaves. On a good day, it's 4 octaves. That's my lowest note. And my highest note is... Now you have a question?
say that I say, oh, wow. Again, I see an interview with you on YouTube, and you say about the different kind of language that there is in the world, like Italian and Spanish, and you hear this, and it's amazing to you, and I never thought about it. So can you explain it?
Yes. You know, in the beginning I had, certainly there was all kinds of things open to me to try, and for some reason, in the beginning, I was certainly interested in sound. You know, I was interested in how the notes came out, what they sounded like. I actually have a couple of stories about it, but the first thing, though, is, to answer your question, I was more interested in the sound of languages than I was in the sound of instruments, because this instrument, to me, is the most phenomenal instrument there is. Because look at all the things that it can do. Listen to all the sounds that it can make. First off, we have something like 3,000 something languages in the world. Everybody's got the same equipment, the same stuff to work with. But it sounds. The sounds are so multitudinous. You know, there are so many different ways a voice can sound. So I was more interested in a language, in the way that the voice sounds with languages. So when I sing, I don't sing. It's more interesting to me to go. You know, once I had a gig in Paris. I was playing at this wonderful theater, and I did my concert. And afterwards, a woman approached me backstage and she said, I've been studying ethnomusicology at the University of Southern California, and particularly focused on African languages, and in particular, those African languages that were nearly extinct or were extinct, that were kept, I guess, through records that they had found on stone or what have you. And she said, I want to know, she asked me, she says, I want to know how you know these languages. and I disappointed her for sure, because I said, well, ma'am, you know, I don't really know what you're talking about, and I don't know these languages, and I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. But it got me thinking about the possibility of each of us being containers of ancestral memories. And when we do what we've been anointed to do, we have access to these memories somehow. They just come out. So it's certainly possible in a way that I do not, in some kind of mystic way that I can't grasp or understand or get a hold of. When I sing, I am tapping into some kind of ancestral field. I had a woman from Africa who had just come from Africa say to me after a concert with Voice Sister, I said, oh, I am so happy that you're here. I look so forward to going to Africa one day, she said, through an interpreter, that you are already there. You are already there because you sound like my village. You know, to me, those are the best kinds of compliments, that when you're singing and you're transcending yourself, and people hear their language, they hear their culture, they feel their, you know, the heartbeat of their past. They feel it well, you know. It greets them, you know. I mean, and that's what we want to do as singers anyway. You know, I'm all for entertainment. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. But more this, I do what I do because of the inner attainment that I get when a community of strangers gathers together in a room and sing together. That means more to me than anything. That's profound. Music can do that. Singing in particular. Okay, I sing some more. I do something with percussion. You play, I find it. Go.
Say